Welcome to the crypt.
Hello and welcome, boils and ghouls. Midnightcryptworx here. I hope everybody is having a grave day. So, I am still sick, but I'm kind of heated right now. So, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent right now. A little bit of a rant. And if you don't like those type of videos, please skip it. It's all good. If you would like to stay, trigger warning, I am going to be talking about SA and DV and possibly other kind of triggering topics right now. So, just a warning. Take care of your mental health. That comes first. If you feel like you can't handle this issue, please don't watch this video, okay? Okay, so I just recently saw a video about, I'm not going to say, whose video it is or anything, talking about the documentary Phoenix Rising with Evan Rachel Wood and the whole Marilyn Manson fiasco thing. First thing I want to say before we get into that is that my left ear from being sick is very muffled, so if I'm like yelling or something, I'm sorry. I can't hear. Anyway, I was watching a video about somebody reacting to the first part of the documentary, right? And keep in mind, I am a huge fan of Marilyn Manson. I'm dealing with separating the artist from the art thing, and it's really hard for me to listen to Manson now because I do believe the victims. I personally always believe the victims first. I don't give a fuck if there's no evidence or anything. Usually if a person is SA'd, there's no evidence. So that's irrelevant. But just keep in mind I'm a huge fan, okay, saying this. I haven't listened to his music in a long time because it's really hard for me to listen to him after knowing everything. But I have watched Phoenix Rising, both parts. I've watched the documentary, so I know Evan Rachel Wood's side of the story. And my rant is about people who say that if they were in a certain situation, how they would react to that situation. That's my issue. So I was watching somebody who was reacting to that documentary, and they were talking about the music video Heart Shaped Glasses and what happened to Evan while filming that. If you don't know, quick rundown. It was supposed to be a simulated sex scene. That's what Evan was told, and that's where her mind was. But when it came to filming, he ended up having sex with her for real. And to me, that's our word. Point blank, period. There was no consent. That's our word. And this person I was watching said, there were people around, there was directors, there was actors, there was, people around that day. And that if it was me, that's what the person that was reacting to the video said, if it was me, I would be screaming bloody murder, I would be fighting them off, I would be doing something, right? That's my issue right now. That's what pisses me off about this discussion. Nobody has any fucking idea what they would do in that situation. I don't care. You can think all day long about this scenario, about what you would do. Until you are in a situation, in a bad situation, you have no idea what you would have done. Point blank, period. That's a fact. People react to things differently. She could have been in complete survivor mode and went along with it because we don't know how controlling he was of her. If she didn't go along with it, she I'm just speculating, she could have went home and got beat later because she, made a ruckus out of it or something. I don't know. If that wasn't, if that wouldn't have happened, maybe she was shocked and froze and took it and went along with it. Who knows? My point is, for example, you can say, by example, if somebody put a gun to my head right now and told me to shut the fuck up, and we were in a public place or something, or I saw a cop right close enough to where if I screamed, they would hear me, right? And if somebody put a gun to my head and said shut the fuck up, I can say all day long, I would have screamed, I would have fought, I would have said something because there's a cop right over there. Till you have that gun to your head, you have no fucking idea how you are going to react. You can speculate, you can say this is how, I should act, this is how I would want to respond, but you don't know how your body is going to respond to trauma. Point blank, period. And what pisses me off is that is the biggest excuse that victim blamers use. Well, why didn't they react this way? Or if it was me, I would have reacted this way. No, that's bullshit. That's a cop-out. So, I'm the type to feel like if I was in like a really bad situation, if like somebody tried to attack me or whatever, I would fight back. I would, bite, kick, whatever, But reality is that there's a thing called fight or freeze response. And what I have been through in the past, I have found that my body response is freeze. Like there's nothing I can do about it. If something happens to me, I freeze and take it. Or if I am met with like just a simple confrontation with somebody, I want to think that I'll cuss them out, that I'll give them a piece of my mind or whatever. But when the situation calls for it, I freeze and I take it, and I don't say anything. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I am personally a very asexual person. I have always been this way. I didn't know that back then, that it was a thing, I felt like a freak because I never really wanted it or anything. I didn't really care for it. But I liked being in relationships with guys, I like being romantic or whatever, but the sex part I just didn't want. I didn't care for it. I guess now I'm more of gray sexual, where there's sometimes I want it, and sometimes I don't. Of course I'm married, it's fine. It's whatever. But I have had boyfriends in the past where I have told them, no, I don't want to do it. And then they ended up doing it anyway, to me. And when that would happen, I would freeze up and I would take it. I never consented. I told them no at first, but they did their thing and, did it anyway. It is what it is. And it happened more than once. And I can tell myself all day long, next time, I'm going to scream, I'm going to fight back, I'm going to do something about it. Guess what? When I'm in that situation, I freeze. I can't help it. People can't help the way they react to things. So you can say all day long with all your might and your heart, if that was me, I would do something different. But the fact is, you have no idea how you would react to certain situations. It's just a fact. So stop saying that you know how you would react to certain situations, and stop telling people how they should react to trauma. It pisses me off. Stop it. And people like to argue, oh, that's not victim blaming, blah, blah, blah. It is, though. It is. Because if somebody tells you didn't react appropriately, so this, it wasn't our word, that's victim blaming. That's the definition of victim blaming. Okay. Rant over. I got what I wanted off my chest. Moral of the story, think before you speak. There's no way you would know how you would react if there was a gun to your head unless you have the fucking gun to your head, okay? So, I guess that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for listening. And pleasant screams, bugs, and kisses, and stay magical, my friends. I'll see you soon. Bye.